what's up? I was just going through my footage and there's a lot of stuff I cut out of videos. And there's a few clips on this one that I thought were kind of interesting. I'm screwing around in the Quantum 6000Z and I try to launch off of this little ledge on a pretty steep hill. And then also, I found some footage where I was talking about charging batteries on old chairs and potentially how many amps the charger is putting in and potentially the wire getting hot and some of the things that can happen with the older chairs. But anyways, here's some unused footage for you. Battery says 43% and I'm still creeping.
Mine says 40.
40?
Yeah, it cut down to 60 and then it kind of slowly trickled, so.
I just can't believe I finally have a chair that's ever so slightly faster than yours.
Love it.
Oh, I thought those people were coming this way. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I haven't taken the Quantum 6000Z out for like a true shakedown yet, and it did really well. Now, this thing claims we went 5.3 miles, and it says we have 34% battery left. Now, the speedometer I don't think is accurate on this. I'm pretty sure we're going faster than what it says, because using that much battery for 5 miles, that doesn't seem to add up. Although, these are Group 34 batteries, which are 60 amp hours, or somewhere around there, instead of the Group 24, which are 75 amp hours. And then also, these batteries, while they are like 8 years old, they've never really been used or cycled. So it's basically new old stock. It's gonna be interesting though. I'm gonna charge this thing up, let it charge a good 12, 18 hours, and then I'll try another range test and see what we get. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do the calibration method to figure out exactly how fast this is going, using the tape on the wheel and the rotation method, measuring the circumference of the wheel, or diameter of the wheel, versus how many seconds and all that. But anyways, it was cool to get out. The chair seemed to survive all right. I was stupid with it, almost got stuck and tried to fall off a ledge, but you know, hey, that's what happens sometimes. Gravel cross slope. Oh, no problem.
So by far the most dangerous thing I ever did with this thing.
Sorry about the dust. Let me see here. Downhill's probably not as safe. Oop. Case in point.
Well, what are you doing?
Being stupid.
I think you can use my chair to get out.
Yeah, if you get behind me so I can reach your back, I should be able to.
What if I come on your left side?
Yeah, if you come up over here, like on this high spot.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because it won't take much. That's good there.
Oh,
Okay,
let me
perfect. All right, just hold still. All right, there we go. That's exactly what I thought would happen. And of course I was screwing around. Loose gravel.
I went up.
Lessons learned. Let's get down off here. Uphill I was screwing around fine because I didn't have the downhill inertia.
I probably have like 1,000 miles off road though.
I'm sure you do. You always go nuts with that thing.
So,
But spots like that, it takes very little pulling to just get you going.
and I'm like, and you were kind of like drifting. I was like,
I know.
okay.
Well, I was doing it hard on the way up, and I was like, what if I can do this on the way down? Nope.
Yeah.
I just went on this run in the Quantum 6000Z, and a thought popped into my head. I plugged the thing into charge here, and I've seen on the old QLogic 1 chairs a lot of burned connectors and other things, and I got to thinking, these are like pretty new, very high capacity, good quality deep cycle batteries, and this thing's charging at 8 amps, and I've seen a lot of burned connectors on these chairs. So I got to thinking, let me see if any of this cabling is getting hot. I was just feeling the joystick going in here, and it definitely seems to be warm. I mean, it's not like hot to the touch, but according to this thing, it's like 90 degrees. So I'm going to unplug this thing. Let's see here, how hot are these pins? Some of those are pushing 100 degrees. I'm going to pull this thing out here and check the cables on the back of this. They come around here. I can definitely feel a little bit of heat there. Oh yeah. Ooh, and this connector here is pretty warm as well. Where's that temperature gun? And that's the thing with these new batteries, and running them pretty dead. Oh yeah, we're up over 100 degrees in there too. I think what I'm going to do here is I've got a little 5 amp charger that has a fan inside of it. It's a pretty good quality one, but I think I'm going to need to charge this thing a little bit more slowly and not stress the wiring nearly as much, because, well, the charger is limited to 8 amps. I don't know, I don't like putting all this strain on the electrical system. And again, I've got a lot of parts in the garage that have burned connectors, so yeah, I'm gonna go grab one of those and we're gonna charge this thing up nice and slow. And this thing's been plugged in about 3 hours now, and it's gone up 10%. So these batteries are definitely being exercised. And yeah, this little wiring, not so much. Okay, we've got one of these little things here. This is a fan forced one. Where is it? Ah, there we go. 5 amps output. This is going to prevent nearly as much load on the wiring on this chair, so get this thing plugged in here. There we go. And the fan kicks on. Sweet. Yeah, that was one of the things they changed on the subsequent versions of QLogic. They bumped up the gauge of the wiring that they use inside the cables. I'm trying to remember actually. These chairs might have come with 5 amp chargers originally, because they had these weird plastic boxes, and I remember seeing a couple people that had them, and I was like, wait, why are we using this dumb little charger? Well, anyways, we should be good now. It's just things like that. When parts are getting warm, you don't need stuff burning out or catching fire. Usually what will happen is the little connectors where they plug in will burn. And actually, let me see if I can find one. I think I've got one in the garage. I think I know right where it is. I do believe it's inside this giant box here marked Q. All right, here we've got some quantum stuff. I'm pretty sure. Ah, yes, here we go. So this is what happens. See how that connector is all black and burned and otherwise not having a good time? So, like I said, it's not necessarily about the thing catching fire, although with this much heat, I'm not sure if this is self-extinguishing plastic or what this stuff is made out of. But for there to be 6 conductors in here, this wire is pretty small. And if you compare it to, say, like RNet cable, which is this here, it's about the same diameter, but the RNet cable only has 4 wires inside of it. And this is capable of supplying a constant 10 amps. 8 is a safe working load limit to give you your 25% buffer. But this stuff, yeah, those wires are definitely not happy. So if you've got an older chair, it's definitely good to watch out for things like that. Wait, what is that connected to? Is that... Oh yeah, QLogic 1. There we go. And a random shoe thing. I think that's when I broke my toe. Yeah, I had that thing for when I broke my toe a while back when I fell out of my manual chair. Fast forward a couple of weeks, I've been playing around with that Quantum 6000Z a little bit more, and yesterday I actually took a 7.8 mile trip in it, and I was going full speed the entire time on sidewalks. I actually need to adjust the programming on it just a wee bit. I do have a programmer for it. You gotta pay attention when you're in that thing moving at speed, especially on narrow sidewalks when there's like sticker bushes and block walls on one side. It's real easy to get yourself into trouble with that thing and try to smash into stuff. But I did get 7.8 miles out of it, and the battery ended at about the same 32-33% after the trip. So I think I was right before about the batteries being cycled in and whatnot, and I'm going to do it a few more times and see what the actual range can be on one of these old chairs. They are big and heavy, and with the extra gearing and the high speed and everything, I'm not expecting to be able to get 12 miles out of it, especially with Group 34 batteries. These are the 60 amp hour ones. If I put the 75 amp hour ones in there, I think we could get closer to 10 or 12 miles out of it. But anyways, this is just some stuff that was on the cutting room floor, as it were, and I figured I'd cut it together in a little video. The stuff about the connectors and the wiring getting hot, this mostly applies to like older equipment, but still, it's something you want to check occasionally, especially if your batteries are really low. Like if you've run completely dead, it doesn't actually hurt to plug the thing in for a few hours, unplug it for a few hours, let it cool, then plug it in and let it charge the rest of the way overnight. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily worry about it, but it's just one of the things that's rattling around in the back of my head, because I have had, not related to power chairs, it was years and years ago, but I have had issues resulting in places catching fire and, well, not burning completely down, but very close to it, and it had to do with electrical wiring. So one of those things that I'm a little bit cautious about, and I like to share with other people just so you know about it. Not to make you worried or anything, but it doesn't hurt to check bolts and wires and things to make sure they're not loose or hot or whatever. Gotta phrase that differently. All right, well, I'll catch you guys in a few days.